Hi everyone. Preview. It's Tuesday the 9th of July. I'm back on schedule this week and I'm looking ahead from Wednesday the 10th of July through to, Friday really. Well, Saturday, 13th of July. It's through to Saturday because on Friday and Saturday, the English Schools Championships, which take place at the Alexander Stadium in Birmingham. Last year it was on British Athletics TV YouTube channel. Can't see it this time, but you can go on the English Schools website and you can see the full schedule, and it gives you a link to the entries. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I assume it's going to be on British Athletics TV, looking at the viewing figures last year on YouTube. So that's on Friday and Saturday this week. Before that, on Wednesday night at Watford, there's a gold standard meeting, and I think Runner Space and Vinco are showing some of the races there this week. And the most interesting entry is Max Bergin, the 800 metre runner, who's on the start list. Start lists are on the British Milers Club website. So, intriguing, because a lot of people not racing much apart from the London Diamond League before the Olympics, but Max seems to have signed up for the BMC event. It'd be interesting to see whether he employs his front running tactics, really gives it a go, or whether he's there just to get a race in and run a faster second lap or something. We shall see. So that's Wednesday night, 10th of July. Then Friday, we've got a little bit of clash with two fixtures could potentially watch. In Dublin on the European Athletics YouTube channel, we've got the Morton Games, which is quite a few, people who are just below probably Olympic level in a lot of cases. On the men's side, there's an 800, a mile and a 5,000. And on the women's side, there's an 800 and a 1,500. Just about all the international action takes place between 10 to 8 for the women's 800 through to 10 past 9 for the mile on the men's side. In the mile, you've got the likes of Joe Wascombe, who's the NCAA champ from America, and you've got Adam Spencer, the Australian, who's I'm not sure if he's been selected for the Olympics, but I expect he will be. He'll be going in that. Guy Limerick goes in the 800. There's plenty of Aussies and Kenyans in the 5,000, plus Zach Mohammed and Nick Griggs, for example, the Irish athlete. And on the women's side, you've got in the 800 headed by Ali Wilson from the USA, who's done 158.6. Sophie O'Sullivan goes in the 1,500. I think she's the quickest in that. So that's Friday night on the European Athletics YouTube channel. Yeah, then we've got the Diamond League on Friday night from Monaco, which is actually on the Red Button, channel 970 on Sky on Friday evening. Some cracking races. The men's 800, I think my dog might just be about to bark at somebody outside, but we'll ignore him at the moment. Men's 800 has got Sajati, Chuel and Wanyonyi all ran 141 the other day. In Paris, and you can add in the likes of Marco Arop, who's probably the world's number one, or was last year, and Ben Patterson from the UK going in that. So that's probably the highlight. On the women's side, you've got Jess Hull coming back for over 2,000 metres, having run 350 for 1,500 in Paris. You've got Kira McGeehan and plenty of others in there. Women's 5,000, you've got Bata Kaleti, who won the European Championship 5,000. But you also got an Ethiopian, Gabra Salamo, who ran 14.18 for 5,000. The men's 1,500 has Elliot Giles and Neil Gourley from GB, but it also has Jakob Ingebrigtsen, Yared Naguse, Timothy Cheriot, and interestingly, Niels Laros, who's coming off the back of a 2:14 1,000 metres, which was, I think, a world under 20 record last week. And then if you're interested in other things outside just distance running, you've got Carsten Warholm in the 400 hurdles, Grant Holloway in the 110 hurdles, Noah Lyles in the 200 against Tobago, that should be good, and Dina Asher-Smith going in the 100. So plenty there in the Monaco Diamond League. And just to finish, I'd like to bring people's attention to a couple of things on media. One is the Sunday podcast. That's a really good interview with Phil Norman, who just missed out on the Olympic selection for the 3,000 metre steeplechase. A little bit about the background to that non-selection, and also how he has trained and developed as an athlete. Speaks very eloquently and very well about that. Great job by the Sunday podcast to get him signed up and get that interview out so quickly, because it's been at the centre of British Olympic selections debates at the moment. And then on Netflix, I guess most of you will have seen it, there's the new series called Sprint Out. I'm only 2 or 3 episodes in. Not really for me. I think it's a bit dramatised. We're beyond reality. I'd much rather see the reality of what goes on behind the distance running scene. But I know some people are really enjoying it. It's not as good as the tennis one that Netflix did, that I really enjoyed, and I find it a bit awkward watching it when you got people like Dennis Mitchell coaching, who was busted for drugs at one stage. But there you go. That's a couple of recommendations you might want to give a watch or listen to, and that's the week as it lines up. So I hope you all have a good week.